So welcome to the world of probability. Probability is the area of maths measuring how likely events are going to occur. But what do you mean by events? Events, well, any events that have some chance of occurring. Maybe it can be about the weather. Maybe it's something to do with sport, how likely you are to kick a goal or score a try or something. Maybe an event like if you're going to eat pizza this week. Normally in probability, we talk about things like throwing a dice or picking a playing card. They are all to do with probability as well, the probability of an event occurring. So maybe let's talk about the weather. If I was to say, what is the probability of the weather, that's the event, being sunny? So weather being sunny, what is the probability of that? You might come up with some words to describe it. You might say, oh, well, it's likely it's going to be sunny. Or you might say, ooh, it's unlikely it's going to be sunny. Might be impossible that it's going to be sunny. 50-50 chance, certain it's going to be sunny. These are all words we can use to describe probability. However, maths, of course, is all about numbers. It involves words, but we're looking at the numbers. That's the juicy stuff. So we describe probability on a scale from 0 to 1, with 0 being impossible, 0.5 meaning even chance, and 1 being absolutely certain that that event is going to occur. So let's think about a couple events. The likelihood the sun will rise tomorrow. That's the event, the sun rising tomorrow. Is it impossible? Even chance, certain? It's certain. Oh my gosh. The sun is definitely going to rise tomorrow. You will have a bright day and it'll be a happy day. I hope for you. So we are certain the sun is going to rise tomorrow. Next one is, what is the probability that you are going to have a bubble tea in the next week? Well, it depends on the person, but hopefully it's an even chance that you'll have some boba or some bubble tea in the next week. For me, I would be at certain. Just saying, I love bubble tea. So I'm in the city of Melbourne, Australia. And what would be the likelihood that it reaches minus 18 in Melbourne? Just for context, Melbourne hardly drops below 0. So the likelihood it'll reach minus 18 degrees in Melbourne, where do you think it's on the scale? It's here at impossible. Well, it's not entirely impossible, but for now, it's very, very unlikely that it'll be minus 18 here in Melbourne. So hopefully now you have a little bit of a better idea what probability is and how it describes the likelihood of an event happening. Hopefully you're familiar with the words we might use in probability and the numbers. The last thing we just need to learn about today is sample space. Sample space is another way of saying it's not really what are, it's a list of all the outcomes available. All the outcomes available. List of all the outcomes available for an event. So if we're saying, oh, what is the sample space of rolling a dice? I kind of put the word S to describe sample space. What are all the outcomes? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That is your sample space, listing all the outcomes available for an event. Maybe if you were talking about the sample space of the weather tomorrow, all the different outcomes could be sun, rain, hail, wind, snow, sandstorm, I don't know, wherever you are in the world. That's an example of sample space. So that's the last thing, and that's your little intro to probabilities. So I hope you learned something new today. Like and subscribe for more.